It is Financial Friday. And unfortunately, I don't have Bobby here with me at the moment. Hopefully, he will get a chance to jump on and we can continue our conversation around time management and time blocking. But right now, it's just me. So, quick review. Last week, we had a really, really awesome conversation. Bobby and I talked about some time management, and he went into some really good detail on exercises that he was working with clients on in terms of looking at how you use your time. Are you using it effectively? And then when is it time to hire an assistant? And how much do you pay them? What do you have them do? All of those kinds of good things. So he gave an exercise that was on, what did he call it? Doing a time audit, I think. So going through, and he said for him, he breaks his day into 15-minute segments. And then he rates whether that activity he was doing for that time block, was it energizing to him? Was it productive? And was it whatever the third word is? I can't think of it right now. I feel like I'm getting sick, so I'm a little bit more casual and my brain's not fully engaged. So bear with me. Anyway, he said, one of the things that he pointed out was that everyone has different strengths, right? So when you start looking for an assistant, you say, oh, I'm making enough now that if I had more time, I could be focusing on these things that are energizing to me and that I'm good at, uh, that are productive. And so just because you find something distasteful does not necessarily mean that someone else is. Some people can't stand doing the admin work and doing the paperwork. Some people love it, and that is energizing to them. That's where they feel successful and in their groove. So if you can hire someone to do the paperwork stuff that you hate or the admin stuff that you hate, it frees you up to start doing other tasks which are energizing to you, which are more a more efficient use of your time. And so how do you figure out how much to pay that assistant? He gave a formula for that. Go back and watch it. It was really great. And then um, how do you figure out like how to optimize your time? And that's where the time audit goes, really going through for 2 weeks, which feels like a long time. And I'll tell you, I tried to do it this week, and it's a really long time um, to do it. So I'm going to try again next week because I just found that I need a better system that I can consistently track through the whole week. So that was my first little lesson learned. But really track it for 2 weeks, and then you'll be able to look and you'll have all the data there, right? In terms of what are those tasks that are helping get you ahead, that are moving the needle for your business? What are the things that are energizing to you? And then what are those things that can be outsourced? So I actually just had a message pop up that Bobby will be hopping on here in just a minute. So that's perfect. I know we were going to go more into time blocking, I think, this next week, but we'll touch base with him once he hops on. Um, and I don't know what else I have to ramble on about while we went for Bobby. I was going to kind of go in a different direction if it was just me, but let me see. Uh, Last week I gave kind of an update on that calendar that I had been using, and I've been using it for another week now. So the jury is still kind of out. I wouldn't tell anyone to jump and change everything they're doing for it. But I do still like kind of where it forces you to have those focus times and to look at that. So I think I need to figure out how to utilize it a little bit better. And then that will be very telling as to whether or not, it's something I'm going to recommend to other people. Um, oh, goodness. What else? That's all I have. I have not discovered any new and amazing tools this this week. If you're needing to fax things, there are a couple of fax options that you can look at for digital faxing. I was actually looking at one that seemed really cool. It was called Fax On or something. But all of the reviews were saying that Fax Plus, Fax Plus, the reviews say that if you leave their service, you can't take your number with you. So that becomes a huge bummer if you've printed business cards or if you have it on your website and all that kind of good stuff. But fax with a PH, Faxio, has confirmed that if you move, they will let you take your number with you, and you pay per fax. So there is no flat fee. So if you're faxing once a month or every other month, it might be a tool that would be just super convenient to have set up so that you don't have to scramble for something when somebody needs you to fax the paper over. And of course it is digital, so you can do email to fax or whatever. That's an option. Well, it looks like Bobby has come on, but I see zero picture. Bobby, are you there? Oh no. Well, and he's gone again, and he's back. All right. Sooner or later, technology will be in our favor. I have no picture of you. Are you? I don't really know what's going on. Do I need to do something? I think the problem's on your end, Bobby. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, well, I cannot hear you or see you, but apparently maybe the issue is on my end. So start talking and I will let you know if you are visible on Facebook. Nope, Facebook sees the same thing that I see. Blank screen. Nope, Facebook sees the same thing that I see. Blank screen. Okay. I'm going to try exiting out and I will come back with Bobby. Okay. I'm going to try You should be able to join live, period, because I can bring on guests. Period. Oh, I'm still live. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if I can just invite him. Okay, I'll be back when we figure out this technology. I think. Okay, Bobby said he's got to run anyway. It was going to be a short day. So that honestly is about all I have. We are in March. So if you are watching this live or within a few days of it being live, think about your goal setting from the end of last year, beginning of this year, and where you're at now. We'll be talking about more of that here in the next couple of weeks, just because we've got through that first quarter. So, are you on track with those goals, or are you needing to redefine kind of what's important or your time management? I think in January, most everybody tends to have really lofty goals, and then life happens, and suddenly things don't quite go as well as they did on paper. So this is that point to reevaluate and make sure that you can put a track that you can stay on for the rest of the year. So be thinking about that, and please, as always, comment, message, and let us know if you found value in this. Any questions, comments, and kind of your feedback. Until then, have a wonderful weekend and a productive week.